I believe in Bitcoin as a universal store of value in global currency. I wanted something that was part shopping, part investing, made it really easy for everybody, whether you're a man or a woman and anywhere in the world, to be able to earn Bitcoin. When you purchase something, the retailer knows that you were a Lolli member, and so they pay us a percent in US dollars. We then convert that as a batch with all of our users and send that to everybody's Lolli wallets.
I'm here with Alex Adelman, who is the CEO and co-founder of Lolli, which is a new Chrome extension that I've discovered that helps you earn Bitcoin when you shop. So this seemed pretty interesting to me. I reached out to him so that he could explain how this works and how this could be a great way to onboard people into the world of crypto. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Thank you for having me.
So I've learned about this when I found out about the partnership that you created with Sephora. And it said something about, okay, people can shop at Sephora and then they can earn Bitcoin back instead of getting like cash back rewards. They can actually get their first Bitcoin. And it just seemed like such a wonderful way for people who are new to cryptocurrency, who don't really want to go into the world of exchanges and figure out how to purchase cryptocurrency. It's just a great way to get them set up and introduce them to this world. So how did you come up with this idea?
First of all, thank you, and we think so too. So my last company was a company called Cosmic, and we created a e-commerce gateway that let retailers sell their products anywhere. And our mission was this democratization of commerce, giving everybody in the world the ability to buy and sell anywhere. The company, we worked with a lot of retailers on one end and a lot of publishers on the other, and we got to learn a lot about the relationship they have, how people shop, and there was a lot of limitations, I guess, in that world based on payments, fiat rails, that sort of thing. We ended up getting acquired by Ebates, and Ebates is the largest cashback provider, consumer company in the U.S. And so we ended up learning a lot about that model. And as my co-founders and I were investing in and interested in Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, we started to think about like the distribution problem and how do you make it easy for people to get into the space and make it super low friction. And I was getting from a lot of my friends back home and just friends that were interested in the space as well, the on-ramp was very difficult. So we wanted to make it really easy, and we saw the cashback model as a way to distribute Bitcoin to everybody for taking something that people already do, which is shop online, and just make it really easy to start earning Bitcoin, creating your first wallet, and not changing behavior in every way that is not necessary.
So this sort of works kind of like a referral program from the way I gather. At the moment, it's only working online. And so you do your online shopping, you go to stores, and explain to me the mechanism, like where do these Bitcoins come from? How do people earn them?
Yeah, so for a user, it's super easy. It's 2 clicks. You add the Chrome extension or Safari extension to your browser, and you go to the site that you want to shop on. You can look at our 500 plus stores that we have on our website and to start your experience, or you can just go to the website and you'll get a notification saying from Lolli saying, hey, want to earn 10% back in Bitcoin, and you activate it. And once you activate it, we communicate with the retailer saying that Naomi is shopping at a Jet or Walmart or Overstock. And then when you purchase something, the retailer knows that that you were a Lolli member, and so they pay us a percent in US dollars. We then convert that as a batch with all of our users and send that to everybody's Lolli wallets.
Wow. So this is really interesting. You managed to create all of these partnerships with companies, and you'd think, oh, how did they get all of these companies on board with Bitcoin? But that's not what you're doing. You're doing a cashback rewards program, and you guys as a company are converting that for people. That's an awesome service.
Thank you. And we actually, we found that the retailers were really open to adding it I think the problem that a lot of people in the space have not really looked into is that a lot of people don't want to spend their Bitcoin; they want to earn it, and you have to make it really easy for people to get into the space by earning it. And so what we did is we went to all these retailers and we said you don't have to take on the risk of accepting Bitcoin. You don't have to do any of that, and people don't really want to spend it right now anyway. A lot of people don't, but you can incentivize people to shop at your site because they're going to be earning it, and you don't have to do anything. We'll take on all the risk and everything on our end to make it really easy for everyone to earn. So yeah, we just kind of like flip the model a little bit, I think, from what a lot of people were doing. So
there are a lot of models out there that have their own internal cryptocurrency as well. They kind of had that reward cashback model, but you have to trust that that token is going to be worth something in 5 years. And I mean, in this economy where you're looking at a lot of altcoins that have just lost all of their value and completely disappeared, especially over the last year, this is sort of flipping that on its head and saying, well, we're going to use Bitcoin. This is, we're going to focus on the main player in the space, and we're going to trust that that's going to exist in the future. And I really like that you're not creating like this alternative ecosystem, that you're building on the existing one.
exactly. There's a lot of, in my opinion, like get rich quick kind of schemes out there to launch your own tokens and coins. I believe in Bitcoin as a universal store of value in global currency. I think that it has the ability to natively connect everybody by putting everybody on the same platform, the platform being Bitcoin. That world, I think, is a better world, and it fascinates me to think about how does that start? And in order for that to start, everybody needs a little bit, and so you have to distribute it to everybody to give somebody a piece of that world and educate them. I think everybody that I know, they didn't get in with a lot of money. They just had a little bit, and because they had a little bit, they had a vested interest to pay attention, to learn, read all these books, and then see like what the value actually is and how incredible Bitcoin actually is. If you just take Bitcoin and you share it with people, it doesn't need a new currency. You like the world has like enough currencies right now. You need like one that is going to be that everyone can agree has value, and then we can grow from there. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Very, very focused on distributing Bitcoin.
Right. And how did you first get interested in Bitcoin?
A friend told me about it about 4 years ago, and I think we were at a bar in New York, and he had just learned about it, and he was just obsessed. I think, as most people become, and I just remember like his enthusiasm and excitement for this thing, and we talked about it just for hours. And then about a year later, I just like I had to buy one Bitcoin, and I clearly wish I bought more, but it wasn't really about the money. It was about the value that it has, the technology, and what it can do for the unbanked, for people who have never had the ability to hold value. So I just think it's like an incredible technology, and I think it has some real value for the world.
What kind of people are you targeting with your website? What kind of people are you trying to onboard into the crypto space?
All types. I mean, we're still learning. So I mean, right now it's about 70% men, 30% women, and I think that's really, really high from what I've talked to with other friends in the space.
Yeah.
I think most companies it's about 5% women. So it's a really big jump, and it's something we need to be thinking about and aware of. One of our early partnerships was Ulta, and Macy's, Bloomingdale's. We saw a lot of female shoppers. Everlane was another really big one. We saw a lot of female shoppers coming in through those and shopping on those sites. And so one thing I've always done with just building any sort of technology is really understand who our user is. And I think that the audience that a lot of people are not speaking to is women. A lot of Bitcoin and crypto projects have been targeted towards men. Men, I think, more often than women get into investing. Bitcoin looks like an investment. The I think that the old fiat world primarily spoke to men, and I think that the current crypto world is speaking to men currently. I think we need to do a better job and speak to both. My sister was, interested in earning Bitcoin. My mom was interested in earning Bitcoin. Women are interested in investing. Just a lot of things don't speak to them. So I wanted something that was part shopping, part investing, made it really easy for everybody, whether you're a man or a woman, and anywhere in the world, to be able to earn Bitcoin. So lollipops are fun. Everybody loves lollipop, and it's nostalgic. And it's the one thing that's missing from Bitcoin. It's the lollipop at the bank that you grew up with.
Right. So how does your app work? Do you have a wallet on there that people store the funds in? Is that the idea?
Yeah. So the on-ramp into crypto, I think you have to educate people over time about private keys and crypto management. And so right now we're doing a custodial service for our users where we hold your Bitcoin in a custodial service. You see Bitcoin, you own Bitcoin. We are launching this month the ability to send to your own address. So we've gotten a lot of requests for people bringing their own address and learning about addresses too for a lot of our new users, and realizing they want to hold Bitcoin on their own address. And so we think it's very important to, if you don't actually have the keys, you don't actually own the Bitcoin. And for some people that's better. Some people like offloading it to a custodial service. And so we do that for all of our users currently.
Currently, it goes straight into the Lolli wallet, and then afterwards, people can send it to whichever address they want, or they can, go off and spend it. Can you actually spend from within the app?
Soon. That's on our roadmap. Good. Yeah. So the big vision is right now everybody wants to earn. When we think that it's good timing for everybody to spend, we would go back to all of our partners and talk with them. What would it be like to accept Bitcoin? We have X amount of thousands of users that have X amount of Bitcoin. They want to spend it now. So hey, Walmart, hey Jet, Overstock, let's start doing pay with Lolli and paying with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm. That would be really exciting, because we did see really, really early on giant companies like Overstock accepting Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Byrne has been such a major proponent of Bitcoin that I think led to a big sharp rise in utility of Bitcoin and in the price of Bitcoin. But I'd love to see mechanisms where it makes it easy for you to spend at Walmart, to make it easy to spend at Macy's. Talk about some of the partnerships that you have currently. You've got some pretty big companies that you're working with.
Yeah. So we have some big companies. Thank you for noticing. So Walmart, Jet have been really, really great. Overstock as well for essentials. We have a lot of great bedding companies. We have an event like SeatGeek is great for going to see sporting events. Travel's been actually our biggest category. So Priceline, Hotwire, Booking.com have been really incredible partners. A lot of our users are traveling all the time. They're like young millennials. They want to travel the world. And so having like Hilton, Marriott, Priceline, Hotwire, Booking have all been amazing. Also have like office supplies. A lot of people have been downloading it for their office and buying office supplies. So Office Depot, Office Max have been great for that. Sephora is our most recent big announcement. I'm really excited to see our female users start using that. Michael's for crafts. We have a lot of great partners.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about Sephora. I do a lot of shopping online. It's hard to get around in New York, so sometimes it's easier just to sit in front of your computer and get things delivered. And so it's really exciting to have a platform where I could just be doing the same thing that I would be doing ordinarily, but I'd actually be getting Bitcoin because of that. So that seems pretty cool. I'm excited to see what happens with this platform and how it grows. And I look forward to chatting with you maybe in the future to see you've added those extra features and what's going on there.
Yeah, let's stay in touch. Yeah, we'll announce along the way.
All right, sounds wonderful. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. This has been super interesting.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Cool.
Before you go, please subscribe and hit the like button. And a huge thank you to all of my supporters on bitbacker.io and Patreon. If you haven't checked out Bitbacker yet, please do. It's kind of like Patreon for crypto. And a final huge thank you to the sponsors of the show for making these videos possible.